Investigators can't say exactly who this victim is because he was found without any identification, bloody in front of the Renaissance Hotel just behind me. I just spoke with a public utilities worker who tells me this is the same water main that we were dealing with a break from yesterday, except this is a different break. Now come take a walk with me. I want to show you what we're dealing with here. Take a look at this street just completely flooded. I spoke with this public utilities worker who tells me that today they can't turn off the water main. Beck Street Elementary had to close yesterday because of this problem. They cannot do that 2 days in a row. So he tells me they're waiting for a crew to get here right now. Then they're going to move that metal plate that you're looking at. And he said they're just going to have to get wet and they're going to have to get in there to get this fixed. Not exactly what you want to see in the middle of German Village. We'll keep you up to date and let you know when this is fixed. For now, reporting live, I'm Ashley Yore. Good day, Columbus. I want to show you images. Take a look right now. You can still see firefighters here on the scene. Some are inside of this smoke-filled building. No one was hurt this morning. There are still firefighters working to get all of the smoke out of this building, and they're not telling me yet when this building could be open again. So as soon as we know more details, we'll bring them to you. For now, reporting live, I'm Ashley Yore. Good day, Columbus.
Ashley, what are investigators telling you about this?
Well, they're telling me that this fire is pretty much out. They're working on a few hot spots and that there is smoke filling this building that's about an acre. No, Pete, it makes it really tough to actually get things done. Take a look inside of the truck here. They're having to keep things warm and operating in this freezing air. Then they're worrying about customers coming out and having a warm place to eat. Now, one manager tells me she's wearing about 5 layers today. And with the window open on the truck, she's staying close to the grill just to stay warm. Then she has to make sure the truck can still run properly. It's a diesel truck, but if you are hungry today, they are out here and ready to serve. Reporting live, I'm Ashley Yore, ABC 6 News. This monitor is right in the front of the store with a sign that tells you you're being watched. Clearly, this shoplifter didn't care. Bob, I couldn't believe this story until I sat down with the family myself. A second grader taunted so badly she goes to this extreme. Her mother says something has to be done. So silly. Now swinging high, this 8-year-old has been so low.
They was pushing me down to the ground.
Her mother, Michelle Koch, says since last school year, her daughter has been a victim of bullying at school.
She said kids were calling her fat and ugly. One girl called her a fat Twinkie. And it just seemed to really tear her up inside. It was really affecting her.
And the second grader brought her pain home.
My daughter took an overdose of her sister's meds because she didn't want to go to school. And we spent hours in the ER at Children's in the trauma center.
The little girl was in the hospital for about a week. Her family didn't know if she'd make it out alive.
We almost lost her. She was that adamant about not going to school that she went to that extreme so she wouldn't have to go.
Now Michelle wonders if there are other kids as young as her own going through something just like this.
It really hurts. How many other kids are going through this? How many kids are going to have to die before something is done?
The little girl went to Dana Elementary and won't be going back. I tried calling the school today, but they're on spring break. The entire school district is on spring break. I actually left several messages with a spokesperson, but haven't heard anything back. We're going to continue to follow this story when they're back in session. Live in the newsroom, I'm Ashley Yore, ABC 6 News. Can you imagine what it would feel like to see an animal you've only seen in the zoo right in front of your face? Well, for some of Thompson's neighbors, that's exactly what happened.
That could have been me. Could have been me and my horse first. We probably could have been the first victims.
Sam Kopchak was just bringing his horse some water Tuesday evening.
So I went to get him, and all of a sudden these horses started running wildly and unusually excitable.
Sam saw a bear in the field behind his house, and when he looked closer to home,
Right up against the fence was a male African lion.
From the end of the fence to here, about 30 feet. That's how far he says he was from the lion.
So we came in, got in the barn, I got him in there. I shut all the doors. I immediately called my mother and I says, you need to call 911. We have a problem. I don't know how many animals are out. I've seen a bear and I've seen a lion.
And during his hour and a half in the barn, that's not all Sam saw.
A tiger come down and was just chasing the horses all over. He was just wild, going growling and snarling.
A terrifying experience, hard to imagine.
Was I scared? Yes, I was scared. When I got in the barn, I was more scared than I was out there because I realized what had just happened. And then when I got in the house after dark, I was more scared than there. So, well, these things are all roaming around here, yes.
He feels lucky to have survived.
For some reason, I found enough strength to take my horse and get him in the barn, you know, at that moment. So, yeah, that was the longest walk in my life.
When I asked Sam how he was able to stay so calm, he told me his instinct just kicked in. He said he hoped that the lion he encountered was one that had had some previous training. Live here in Zanesville, Ashley Yore, ABC 6 News. I am ready. Throw the helmet on. I'm just hoping I don't faceplant, wind up on YouTube.
Ashley Yore at Wakeopolis in
Yeah, she looks good.
I like it.
I've been stuck here listening to Voss singing that song. What have you been singing? All right, that's enough of that. What's going on behind us? Are you jealous of my mustache?
I'm digging yours. I mean, yours the curl out.
That's really hot. What do I get? Do I get an A?
You get an A, and we're going to put that out tonight, so come down and see it.
Please don't put this out. That is entirely embarrassing for all of Good Day Columbus.
You can do it, Ashley. Oh my gosh.
There you go.
You did it.
Oh, yay. What goes into that secret recipe of yours?
Oh, my Lord, I tell you that I have to take home. Then I make every boy in Texas jealous because I've got a good-looking South Carolina girl.
Guys, I'm creeped out by this. It's easy to get into the holiday spirit here with cards and wrapping paper. Have you ever heard of the Columbus pranksters here in town?
No.
Never seen any of their pranks? I never thought I would be in the DeLorean. How fast can this thing go?
88 miles per hour, and with 1.21 gigawatts, we can time travel.
All right, well, I may or may not be seeing you guys later. Everyone from the Huffington Post to the Los Angeles Times is talking about the company's influenza sorbet. The caramel flavor, I think, also cures just about everything. Basically, it comes down to this, combining football, math, and an app. I better let them figure it out. I'm gonna leave you guys with this image. Is there one, like, Klingon battle cry? Kapla. That's how we're gonna leave it. Kapla. I don't think I can imitate that.
Hey, Ashley, can you ask him to say we'll be right back?
There you go.
It's really a treasurable thing to have and carry around with you.
A small piece of Buckeye history. See those teeny tiny Ohios? They were once a part of something a lot bigger, Ohio Stadium.
There were the seats in the stadium for over 80 years, and I believe I have probably close to 250 boards.
A friend gave Alex Traxler a few pieces of the old redwood seats. He found the rest that were thrown away. Now he's designing, slicing, laser cutting, and assembling keychains that are also eco-friendly keepsakes.
It makes people feel good when they know that they bought something that's not made from something brand new, but is repurposed and has a new life in the space that we share with it.
Alex gets about 160 mini Ohios per board, but these aren't the only plans he has for the decades-old wood.
I'm actually going to put aside a decent amount of redwood, and when Urban Meyer wins us our first national championship, then I'll bust out a new special edition.
It'll happen, but I'm not waiting. My own piece of Ohio. I'm Ashley Yore. Good Day, Columbus.